All right, good morning. I think this is my actual first live stream of the school year. Yesterday wasn't live, I just recorded it and uploaded it. Today, you were gone yesterday.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't. You were here yesterday?
Yeah.
Somebody else was gone yesterday. I'm glad you were here yesterday. Hey, so if you're ever missing, you can either watch this maybe in real time, or if you watch it in an hour, it'll be up there, just sitting there, not live anymore. All right, so today is Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2019. This is Math 8, and today we're going to talk about number sets. But before we talk about number sets, we're going to talk about animals. But before we do that, we're going to do our learning goals. So what is the current learning goal? Let's go with Michael, who was here yesterday. What's the learning goal?
I can work with the entire real number system.
Excellent. And then Griffin, why?
There are a bunch of numbers besides 1, 2, and 3. I want to be able to use them all.
Absolutely. Does a doctor know how to classify different diseases?
Yes.
Yes, this is awesome. You want your doctor to be able to do this because you don't want to walk in with the flu and he's like, okay, we got to give you chemotherapy. Right? You don't want that. You don't want to walk in with you've got a hurt leg and he's like, whoa, man, I think we gotta open you up and work on your heart. No, doctors can classify things. How about this? Can a mechanic classify different tools?
Yes.
Yes. Right? If he goes and picks up a wrench, he wants to get a wrench, not a screwdriver. So we classify. Do doctors or vets know how to classify animals?
Yes.
Yes. When you walk in with the dog, he doesn't give you turtle medicine, hopefully.
That's a little weird.
So this idea of classifying things is very much a part of who we are as people. We classify all over the place. You could walk through here and we could classify the types of clothes. Could you break the clothes into different categories of color?
Yes.
How about pants versus shirts?
Yes.
Yep. We do this. We classify things. So we're going to look at classifying today in terms of numbers. And in the normal life, people aren't going around classifying numbers. You're probably never going to classify numbers when you're an adult. But are you going to classify other things?
Yes.
Yes. This is teaching your brain how to classify so that when you are a molecular biologist, which I'm not even really sure what that means, you can classify different types of molecules. So that when you're a doctor, you can classify different types of viruses. So that when you are a meteorologist, you can classify different types of weather systems. So we're going to do it with numbers to train you to use it for other things in the future. All right, so let's do this. We're going to start with animals. I need you to get to this slide. Classification of animals. I need you to stay on this slide while I go to another slide. You stay there. Dog. Good? Dog. Now, but let's classify the dog. Is the dog an animal?
Yes.
Yes.
Is the dog a vertebrate?
Yes.
Is the dog a mammal?
Yes.
You just classified the animal. You stay on this slide. Gecko. I think it's a gecko or something like that, or a chameleon. I don't know what it is. Okay, but
It's a
it is. Raising a hand, who can classify this? Talitha. Start at the very top. What is it?
Animal.
It's an animal. What else is it? Vertebrate. What else is it?
Amphibian.
Let's go. I don't know if it's an amphibian or a reptile. That's a
Let's go with fish.
It's not a fish.
It's a reptile.
It's a reptile. Like the fish comment? Were you the fish comment? Okay. This guy right here, raising a hand, and I'm working on my name, so let's go with Mark.
So
Classify it.
it's an animal.
Animal,
It's an invertebrate.
invertebrate,
And it's a crustacean.
and it's a crustacean. You're classifying animals. Excellent. This one right here, let's go with Cameron.
It's an animal, it's a vertebrate, and it's a bird.
Animal, vertebrate, bird. Gancher, you get the next one right here, this guy. Start at the top.
It's a bird. It's, wait. a vertebrate.
Go up even higher.
Oh, it's an animal.
Good.
It's a vertebrate. It's a fish.
Perfect. Classifying animals. This guy right here, who's got it for me? I've got to look at the name chart. I can do this. Nathaniel.
It is an animal.
Yes.
It's an invertebrate.
Yes.
And it's a arachnid.
Arachnid. Perfect. How about Gianna? Can you do this one for me?
Yeah. It's an animal, it's a vertebrate, and it's a mammal.
Perfect. Oh, this one right here. Here's the real question, raising a hand. What is the name of this animal? It's one of my favorite animals. You got it.
It's a manatee.
It's a manatee. Will you classify it for us?
Legs broken.
That you've got his.
It's an animal.
Yes.
It's a vertebrate.
Yes.
And it's a fish.
It is not a fish. It is actually.
A mammal.
It's a mammal. This one right here. How about Cameron Petinac? I'll work on that. How close did I get on the last name?
You're really close.
Say it to me.
Pet.
Petnack. So the I is kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Petnack. Got it.
I know it's kind of weird.
It's all right. Bar.
So,
Bar. B-A-R-E.
I know.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So the insect is an animal.
Animal.
Going down, it's also an invertebrate and an insect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This guy right here. Let's go with Marvin.
It's an animal, it's a vertebrate, and it's a reptile.
It is perfect. And this guy right here. Let's go with Cassidy.
It's an animal, it's a vertebrate, and it's an
Amphibian. Beautiful. Cool. Classifying animals. Raise your hand if that was all right. Were you happy enough with that? Was that within your ability?
Yes.
Yes. Now we're going to take it to numbers. It's within your ability. It's going to be new. It's going to be a little bit different at first, but this is within your ability. So let's go to the next slideshow, which is, what's the next animal? How about
Dog.
Dog.
dog?
Cat.
That's good.
Cow.
The last one is a frog.
There we go. How about this guy? I think this is it.
Yeah.
Can you open up the rap lesson? Oh, that was clever. Rational. And I put a rap there. Oh my goodness, this bar. You are such a close comedian. I like to talk. All right. The next part of this, you're going to take the notes on the little piece of paper I give you. Oh, I didn't even know it was, I didn't even know it was McMurtry. I was just making up a last name. I got that close though. Hey, did we? Good. McMurtry. You can. I don't have a preference. If you'd like to, you may. But you're not going to do it right now. That's good, man.
Just gotta talk to myself and I.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, Griffin. You're welcome, Cassidy. It starts with an M. Marvin, Lisa. I'm working on it. Michael, you going?
Yeah,
good. All right. Once again, we're learning about classifying things, but we're going to classify numbers. I should be able to show you a number, and you should be able to tell me all the number sets that it falls into. Just like if I show you an animal, you can say animal, vertebrate, mammal. If I show you the number 1/2, you should be able to go rational, real. If I show you the number 8, you should be able to go natural, whole, rational, real. That's what we're going to do. So, you have that paper I gave you. we're going to start right here. And it says the letter N. It says never, doesn't it?
Yes.
Never means natural. So write down the word natural. Natural. Alright, so my people at home. So my students right now are filling in this little piece of paper, and it's posted in Google Classroom if you need this later. That should be posted in there all filled in. So natural numbers are the ones that you learned when you were first learning how to count. When your mom sat down with your dad and you started with numbers, did they start with, okay, ready? Ready? 0. Is that what they started with? No. They started with 1, 2, 3. So the natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, ... which means it just keeps going on and on and on. Put that into your paper. Natural, 1, 2, 3. Our next one is walk, which stands for whole. Whole numbers. The whole number is 0. It's probably the next number that you learned in your mathematical life. You knew 1, 2, and 3, and at some point, the number 0 was introduced to you. This is the whole number. So now we're looking at 0, 1, 2, 3, ... Keeps going forever. Cameron.
Are whole numbers or natural numbers decimals?
They are not decimals.
This one.
Never walk in is integer. Integers, we start bringing the negative numbers into the game. So we're going to be down here at maybe -3, but it could have been -4. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, ... It keeps going forever. All right, so I need Eva, pick a number.
10.
10. Is 10 natural?
Yes.
Yes. Is 10 whole?
Yes.
Is 10 an integer?
Yes.
Yes. Dakota, pick a number. 5. Is 5 natural?
Yes.
Is 5 whole?
Yes.
Is 5 integer?
Yes.
Okay, raising a hand. Be a little bit more unique with the number. Pick a number.
-1,130.
-1,000. Is -1,000 up here?
No.
No.
Here?
No.
Here?
Yes.
Yes. Is it an integer?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where it starts its life. It's an integer. Shh. Like that, I hear you, man. Marvin, pick a number.
0.
0. Is 0 up here?
No.
Is 0 here?
Yes.
Is 0 here?
Yes.
It's a whole and an integer. It's just like animal, crustacean, no, animal, vertebrate, mammal. Actually, that would have been animal, invertebrate, crustacean. It's the same idea, just with numbers. Ganter, go for it.
-423.
-400 and something. Is it here?
No.
Is it here?
No.
Is it here?
Yes.
Yes. Cool. Yes, question?
-0.
-0 doesn't exist, so it's just 0, which is whole.
Whole and integer.
Whole and integer.
Anyone guessing the reason?
Our next one is rain. So rain, which is rational. Because there are a whole bunch of numbers out there that we still need to put up. Recognize that all these guys just keep coming down to the next set. So everybody that's up here is going to be down here also. So am I going to have -3 down here?
Yes.
Yeah, -3 is here. How about -2?
Yes.
How about -1.5?
Yes.
Yes. How about -1? Yes. How about 0?
Yes.
How about 1/2?
Yes.
How about 1?
Yes.
How about 1.9 repeating? Yes. How about 2? So what's happening here is we're bringing in the fractions and the decimals. So put that here. Fractions. Here on this space. Fractions. Repeating decimals. And terminating decimals. Fractions, repeating decimals, and terminating decimals. Ask a good question. You got this.
Is this written down below rational?
It's not below it, it's within rational. We're still inside the rational box. Do you have enough space there?
No.
Then let's get out your notebook, and we're going to write a couple things in the notebook anyway. So in your notes, let's write down the following. Rational. Repeating decimals. What's a repeating decimal? Good, I have lots of hands coming up. I like that. Let's go over there to Andrew. What's a repeating decimal?
Just a decimal that goes on forever.
It does go on forever, but more specifically, it goes on forever and repeats. Here, I'm going to give you an example of it. Maybe 1.3 with a line over it.
10 to 3.
Good. So say that for me.
3 would be continuous.
So 1.3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. We'll do it forever now. Okay, that's repeating forever. How about 1.19 like that? Who can say that for me a couple times? Go for it.
1.19.
Perfect.
Good job.
So that's a repeating decimal. How about a terminating decimal? Give me a terminating, Mark.
So it would be like 1.2.
1.2. Give me a terminating. Mackenzie? Madeline, sorry.
1.5.
1.58. Good. Terminating. So these are rational. So we still have all the naturals, we still have all the wholes, we still have all of the integers, but now we're getting our fractions in there, we're getting our repeating decimals, we're getting our terminating decimals. But there's more, isn't there?
Oh no.
Because over here is a whole nother box. And these are the irrational numbers. And we're going to call them, they're the crazy numbers. They're like that irrational aunt that you have. You know, we all have that one crazy aunt.
No, I think it's like a.
I had mine, man.
Yeah.
Mine was Aunt Michelle.
I thought I was
Hey,
16.
that was my sister's name.
That's
She's
my
the one
mom's
that
name.
she would wear like big blingy jewelry and furs and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe you got one of those, maybe. Yeah. She would have this. She had this belt buckle that was like LED and it would flash things, and you could program it. She's like 60. It's not good, man. All right. So these are irrational. Irrational are irrational is kind of a word for crazy in our society. So irrational people are kind of out there. So what does an irrational number look like? Ready? Pi. What? Pi. It goes on forever, but does it repeat? No, because if it repeated, it'd be over here with all the cool numbers. Yes. Because that's cool.
Crazy and
1.3333333. Look at me, right?
But
3G6.
Good. Crazy numbers. The square root of 7.
Ah.
If you put that into your calculator, is it going to give it's going to give you some crazy number, right? What about the square root of 4? Raising your hand. What's the square root of 4? Square root of 4?
2.
Good. Square root of 9.
3.
Good. Square root of 25.
5.
Good. Square root of 16. Going down at 4 times 4 is 16 is 4, right? Square root of 17. Crazy number. Square root of 19. Say it. Crazy number. Square root of 23. Square root of 25.
5.
Nice, you got it. Square root of 49.
7.
Square root of 50. Crazy number. Square root of 100.
10.
Square root of 99.
30.
Crazy number. So,
That would be low.
a square root that we don't know, which are going to call, so the square roots of numbers that we don't know are irrational. So pi, square roots that we don't know, they're all the crazy numbers, things that go on forever without repeating.
Oh, I think I put that one.
Give me just a second. These are the numbers that make your head hurt. They go on forever and they don't repeat. Crazy. Did somebody have something else for that one?
Yeah, the plus and minus thing.
Plus and minus is not, because it would just be like a -3 and a +3. Plus and minus is rational.
For the crazy one, square root of pi.
Square. That's like taking a video camera and holding it at like at a TV screen that's showing the video camera and just like loops itself back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That will never be.
That is cool. Actually, speaking of that, give me a second. Let me see what's happening. Now I'm gonna go off on a tangent. No, I can do it. I'm running.
What's going on?
Oh, we don't know yet. I'm running.
Oh yeah.
YouTube. Is it dancing cars?
Watching a live stream of the live stream.
Oh my god.
Hey, we'll see if it's going.
Yo, I just broke all your guys' minds.
Wow.
This is gonna be amazing. I'm looking it up right now. Mr. Barre, what my score
Isn't it just?
It's your car life.
Just the beginning of it. Just watching it.
Oh my gosh, we're watching a live stream of the live stream.
Oh my god.
What the This is just Inception.
We're recording the live stream.
Whoa.
Yo, we broke.
Oh, whoa.
We broke science. We broke
Yes.
science. It's official.
Oh!
Once that loads, it's gonna.
So, this is our example of an irrational number.
Wait.
It's the crazy. So we're watching the live stream of the live stream.
Watch, he's
Oh
gonna.
no, now we can hear ourselves now.
It's broken.
Now,
It's just gonna go on.
now there's a 12-second delay. So this is our example of an irrational number.
So everyone.
It's the crazy. So we're watching the live stream. Look, it's me. It's me. It's me.
And then on the screen, it's gonna be like, it's me.
Is it like, how much is the delay?
There's about a 12-second delay.
Whoa, that's Inception.
That's why I tried to stream.
There's a 12-second delay.
Whoa, now let's go. Inception!
Yo, now that's a trendy move.
Whoa! What?
It's the Matrix.
So crazy.
Oh no.
What
What?
is it? 11. But look at now. There's a guy back there, and then now he's gonna come in and point at him. And now he's gonna. Look
This is magic.
It's crazy. It's so cool.
What?
That's so cool. I see 2 screens.
I see it.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
1, 2.
Is there one more?
That's amazing.
I'm so gonna show you this later.
Michael, what? So this is called Mr. Barre live stream on YouTube.
I'm dead.
1, 2.
There's another one. Is there another one? I thought there was one more of me. That was it?
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I gotta stop this and keep going.
That's
What?
I'm gonna so cringe over this later.
All right.
What is
So
We're gonna go viral with Mr. Barre.
that's because Michael said, "What do we do if we take like the square root of pi?"
Michael's fault.
It's crazy. All right. So.
I just looked it up, Mr. Barre.
I'm so glad you asked.
Oh no. Come back in. So notice on your piece of paper, on your little paper that we're filling out right now. Let me show this to the world. So we're filling this guy out. That there's one more space down at the very bottom, and everybody fits into this, and these are all real numbers. Every number that we're dealing with here is a real number. There are also rationals and irrationals, but they're all real. On the side, I have an arrow, don't I?
Yes, you do.
And next to that, I want you to write down fall down.
That was so cool.
And now it's time for America's favorite game show. It's called
Name
That Number! Here's how it works.
No one knew it.
I'm your host, Mr. Barre.
Oh no.
This is amazing.
Wait, what about
So here's a number. I'll show you how it works. The number 1/2. Name that number. Well, I come over here and I start looking down. I always start here. Does 1/2 fit right here?
No.
Does it fit here? Does it fit here?
No.
Does it fit here?
Yes!
Is it rational?
Yes!
Keep going down. Is it also real?
Yes!
So when I say name that number, you're going to tell me rational and real. And we're going to start right over here. Everybody, hopefully there should be enough for everyone to get to play at least once. So we're going to start over here with Andrew. Name that number.
It is rational, real.
It is rational and real. Well done, Andrew. Let's go with Sophia. It's an integer. Perfect. It starts right here. But fall down. It's an integer. It's and real. Perfect. Well done. Dakota.
It's rational.
Rational and? Rational and real. Mr. Ganter.
It is rational.
And?
Real.
Rational and real. I tried to trip you up with that negative. I thought maybe you'd go up here to integers. But do integers have decimals in them?
No, they do not.
They do not. This one, I am right here with Paulette.
It is a rational and real.
Rational and real. Mark.
That is a rational and a real
A
number.
rational and a real. Sam.
That is a rational and real number.
Excellent. Madeline.
That is a natural, whole, integer, and a rational and a real number.
Perfect. Look at that. She got all the sets. She said, yep, it starts right here and just falls down through everything else. Cameron. This one.
Oh.
Not Cameron. Sorry, going up.
That number is a natural number, a whole number, integer, a rational number, a Yeah, and a real.
And a real number. Perfect. Eva.
National, whole, integer, rational, and real.
Well, let's think. What's going on right down here?
What is the irrational and real?
It's a rational and real. It's a decimal, so he doesn't live here. No decimals, no decimals, no decimals. Decimals pop up right there at rational. Cameron McMurtry.
Yay. Would that just be rational and real?
It is rational and real, right? Or repeating is rational and real. Nicely done. Brooke.
That is rational and real.
Excellent. Michael.
That is rational real.
Nice. Lorena.
Natural, whole, integer, rational, and real.
Perfect. You saw it up there in the naturals. Beautiful. Don't worry about the clapping right now. It's good enough. Let's go to Gianna.
That is rational and real.
Good. Braden? Braden! Oh, sorry. No, I thought it wasn't going to happen. Where was it? That was you. Braden.
That is rational and real.
Rational and real. Let's jump over to Ava.
That is rational and real.
Okay. Nathaniel.
That is rational and real. Wait, natural, whole, integer, rational, and real.
You guys see what just happened? Talk to your neighbor about it. Something just happened and he's right.
Well, no, it would be. It would
Do you see what happened?
rational number be
Simplified it.
Yeah. Okay. So come back in. Initially, Nathaniel said, hey, it's rational and real. And he's correct. Is it irrational? Is it rational? Yes, it's a fraction. Fractions are rational. But then he said, I'm going to simplify it down. And then you can see that it's actually the number 2, isn't it? So is it natural?
Yes.
Is it whole?
Yes.
Is it an integer?
Yes.
Is it irrational?
Yes.
Yes, because we're seeing it as a fraction. And then it's real also. Good job.
That's probably the hardest one.
How about this one? This is for Griffin.
It is natural, whole, integer, rational, and real.
Is it? Do we have natural? I have fractions up here in natural? No. Where do fractions pop up?
Rational,
Rational and?
real.
Rational and real. Boom. This one's for Cassidy.
It's whole, integer, rational, and real.
Good. This one is for Talitha.
Rational,
And keep going down under rational.
rational, and real.
Rational, real. And this one is for Marvin.
That is rational and real.
Now, do you notice we didn't talk anything about the irrationals here?
Yeah.
Because that's a different game show. Come on, this is game number 2.
Bazinga.
So now we're going to go into...
Name that crazy number.
All right. So we're going to keep going with classifying. We've already done our never walk in rain. So our big things with irrational are this. Pi, square roots that we don't know, things that go on forever and don't repeat. Those are the irrationals. Those are the crazy numbers. They go on forever without repeating. It's that loop that we just did. It's the crazy numbers. All right. Time for name that number. And I'm back over here with Andrew. Andrew, name that number.
I assume that would be a crazy number.
It's a crazy number, which is called
An irrational.
irrational, and it's also real. Irrational and real. This guy right here. Name that number. Sophia. Rational and real. Name that number, Ganter.
It is irrational.
Irrational and?
Real.
Nice. Dakota, name that number. Irrational.
It's rational.
It's rational, because that's not crazy. 0.22222. It's happy. This one right here. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking about my life right now. Eva, what do you want on this one? This one, if it was 5, 5, 5, 5, dot, 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 that would be repeating. Does this look like it's repeating? No, so we're going to say it's not repeating. So what is it then? Irrational. It's irrational and real. IXL will do like 5, 5, 5, 5, dot, 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 and that means it's repeating. If it doesn't look like it's repeating and it's dot, 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 it's not repeating. It's a little bit wonky, but we're okay. This one is for Cameron back there.
It is a rational number and sorry, real.
It's rational because you know this.
Yeah, because it's 5.
It's 5.
It's
So actually, if it's 5, it's everything over here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. So it's a natural whole integer
Yeah.
and real number.
But more importantly, it is rational and real. Good. The number 0. Where am I at? Am I at Maddie? Do you go with Maddie? Is that what you told me yesterday? Okay, got it. Maddie, what do you think? Rational or real? Oh, excuse me. Rational or irrational?
It's rational.
It's rational and real. Good. This one right here for nope, not Sophia, for Paulette.
It is irrational.
Irrational because you don't know that one. Mark, this one's for you.
That is a rational number.
Rational, good. Gianna?
That is an integer, rational, and real.
Good. Integer, rational, and real. Braden?
That is a rational and real number.
Michael?
That is a irrational.
Irrational, good. Narena? You are off the hook because there are no more numbers. All right. Tonight's homework is somewhere in IXL. Would you please look it up for me and I'll write it on the board? Oh, you know what? I think I've already wrote it down from last period.
Oh, yeah.
8th grade, A9, D5. The instructions might be different than what you're seeing. My instructions are 10 minutes each or 100 on each. Cassidy.
Are you going to take
Last night's homework, that's a great question. Last night's homework was already checked. I checked it this morning at 7 o'clock. I check homework at 7 o'clock in the morning. I get on my computer and I look for it. Which means you need to have your homework done by 7 o'clock in the morning. If you want to wake up at 6 o'clock and do it, that's great. If you're going to do it at 7:15, it's not going to happen because I will have already checked it. Cool? So get it done by 7 o'clock in the morning. So I've actually already checked it, and if I have any issues with anybody, I'll meet with them individually. But if I don't talk to you, it means everything's good. No news is good news. All right. You have about 10 minutes to start on the homework. Let's get going. All right. Also, my people up here in front, that's yours. You can either staple it into your notebook or glue it in or just keep it somewhere.
Okay.
Part of your job is to remind me to turn the live stream off.
Okay.
Okay?
Turn the live stream on.
Come on up here. Yeah, man. Let's come over here. Hey.
Yeah.
So this is Mark.
Hi.
Mark, say hey. Look at hey.
Hi.
Yeah. So what do you think? Today's lesson, all right?
It was really fun.
On like what do we do? Like 4 stars? What's Yelp? 5 stars max? 5 stars.
5 stars.
I mean, is this at least a 4-star lesson today?
Yes, definitely.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You have a great day. Bye-bye. Remember,
Bye.
tell them to subscribe and do whatever else. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, do whatever.
Make it to
And
1
bell
million
icon.
comments.
Click the bell icon.
Oh, 1 million.